What's going on, guys? TKD123 back here again with another video on the channel, and today we're going to talk about the World War II beta. Now, currently with it being August 3rd, we have just a few days before the beta starts, and not days, I mean weeks really. It's August 25th, at least on the PlayStation 4, and then that will run over to the 28th. There'll be a brief pause to the beta, and then on September 1st through the 4th, it will be on both PS4 and the Xbox One platforms. But since then, they have released new details on the beta and what exactly you'll be getting for, being a part of the private beta. Now, of course, this is pretty customary, for this time and age, but we will be getting exclusive cosmetic items, what I'm saying? So, and again, you guys all know my opinion on cosmetic items. I'm not really the biggest thing about it. I'm not really out to, go out for skins or for helmets or whatever, calling cards. I'm not really that big into that kind of scene, but if you are, you'll be getting some custom and exclusive, memorabilia and cosmetic stuff on World War II. And this comes to us in the form of the private beta combat pack. You'll be getting a custom helmet, a custom calling card, and a custom emblem for being a part of the beta. And this is a customary thing that they usually do a lot of times. It's where sometimes they do it. I believe in Destiny they really did at one point when you were part of the alpha and the beta. And it's basically, a nice way to kind of give homage or give, a sort of prestige to a player that, contributes to the game's early, workings, whether it be a beta or an alpha. So this is definitely one of those things we'll be seeing here, and, get hype for your exclusive helmet, calling card, and emblem. And of course, you can enter the beta by pre-ordering pretty much anywhere, and doing all that stuff. Also, along with the beta, now we haven't gotten any details on what modes will be in there. I'm sure we'll get TDM, domination, kill confirmed, those pretty staple modes in Call of Duty. But we did get some intel on, what divisions will be playing in the beta, and we'll be, able to play all 5 of the divisions, in the COD, World War II beta. So basically, we talked about this in a video, a few months ago and everything, and the divisions are basically kind of different sections of characters in multiplayer, basically. So we have, just kind of imagine, classes in an open world game, what I'm saying, where it's co-op. We have, ninja, assault, sniper, etc. It's kind of in that same vein here, but that doesn't mean that you're limited in the different weapons you're able to have, or nades you're able to equip. It's not like that. It's basically kind of broken up into some equipment things that you can do that are different to the different divisions, stuff like that. So it's kind of like that way. So we have armored, mountain, infantry, expeditionary, and airborne. And they all have their different equipment, different abilities, different things that, they can do overall, and they will all be available to play at the beta. So that's pretty cool to hear as well. Now on to some more breaking news here. Now this is all coming from the Twitter of Charlie Intel. Shout out to them. I'll link them in the description and everything like that. But, right now they're listening in on the Activision earnings call, and I kind of want to go over some things that they are discussing right now, because it's very telling of, the future of Activision, the future of the Call of Duty AP and everything, and the future of basically what they may or may not be doing here moving forward. So there are things here that are obvious, right? There are things that are pretty much, as clear as the day is, as blue as the sky is. It's pretty obvious that some of these things are going to happen, but there are some here that lead us to believe that there may be some, different things happening in the future that we might see or we might not see. And I feel like it would be a great thing to include in this video and discuss. So let's get right into it. So right off the bat, they wanted to talk about the pre-orders for World War II, obviously, because, just having those numbers, for that upfront cost of people that are going to double down on the game and double down and go to GameStop or go on the PSN store and order the game before it launches is a good kind of barometer and good kind of gauge of how big the player base will be for the game when it launches. And they say that the orders for COD World War II are very strong and higher purchase intent this year as opposed to last year, obviously, with Infinite Warfare. So definitely right there, that shows that there is a very, very good kind of strong backing towards World War II right off the bat. And then they also talked about, a little bit about the Zombie Chronicles, right? And they said that, the release of Zombie Chronicles led to a higher player base activity on Black Ops 3 than the past few months have been since before Zombie Chronicles. So that really does, is obviously, it's an obvious thing because, Zombie Chronicles, and it's, just buying off of nostalgia and remasters and everything. But a layer tweet confirms here that, this proved to them that, having content that's new and fresh added to where players are currently right now, regardless of which Call of Duty is up front and, this year's Call of Duty, regardless of that, putting new content where the players are, right, just by the numbers, it really does pay off here, and it's clearly shown here with the release of the Zombie Chronicles. So definitely there, it's definitely telling that maybe they will be focusing on that in the future. Like maybe, let's say, right, World War II sucks, and let's say hypothetically we're also playing Black Ops 3 low-key. Like they are clearly here saying that they are not afraid to release new content for wherever the players are. It doesn't matter if it's a brand new Call of Duty or whether it's not, and that's super telling because, with Zombie Chronicles coming out, that was the first time we really got a good meaty DLC for the, Call of Duty that was the past year and not the current day Call of Duty. And so maybe we'll see, this be kind of a reoccurring thing where, let's say hypothetically, like if this year's World War II game, isn't the best thing in the world, isn't hype, people aren't playing it, then maybe they may release content for just past games where people are at. Next up here, they talk about, the War League, about competitive Call of Duty, and they say that it is in a really good spot right now, for the 2017 season and all that. So that is definitely a good thing to hear there. And then they talk about a game that I totally forgot was even getting developed. And it is the mobile COD game from King, that, dev that works on iPhone games and mobile games and everything. That's still a thing apparently, and they say that, yeah, it's still getting worked on, still getting developed, but there is no release date for it as of now, but I'm sure they will talk about it at some point and release it at some point. I'm sure it'll be, belittled with a bunch of COD points and microtransactions up the ass, so we'll be sure to get that fix on that game. Then they go on to talk a little bit about the effect of Crash Remaster. Now, of course, if you guys are unaware, Crash Remaster is getting, a bunch of game sales. It is super big right now. It's chopping charts left and right. It's super big, and with this happening, they are now saying that they have a little bit more attention and a little more, might have a little bit more activity towards making remasters of games in the future, just because of the insane success of a Crash Remastered. So this is where I'm like, listen, dog, like you gotta put on, give me a Modern 2 remaster, give me a Black Ops 1 remaster, give me Spyro, like give me, these old nice IPs that we've all been asking for low key. But atop my list, I want Modern 2. I want Modern 2. I want Black Ops 1 really bad. And they also talked about how, Modern Remastered and the Zombie Chronicles also proved that remasters of popular IPs and, old content can be successful in this current, gaming playing field. And with all that being said, let me know what you guys think about all this going on. Are you guys hyped for the beta? Are you guys going to play it? Or are you guys hyped for this new earnings call where we got some intel and a little bit more of an insight on what they're thinking going forward with the company and with Call of Duty and with everything Activision? And make sure to let me know what you guys think about all this down in the comments below. And where done, make sure to check out my description where you can find my Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, where you can follow me on there. Thanks for watching, and as always, I got you.